IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, North Body Shop, Park National Bank, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Sheridan Funeral Home, Buckeye Toyota, and Standing Stone Bank.
Lancaster High School Band of Gold performing the Lancaster High School alma mater. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we're at Fulton Field at Lancaster High School for the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. We're glad you're with us on week number 6, officially the final week of what I guess we could call the first round of the regular season. And this is always a fun matchup to do, Shu. The Newark Wildcats coming in 0-5. The Lancaster Golden Gales 1-4. However, it doesn't matter. You know, you always hear that cliche. You know, people throw out the records when a couple teams play, and you're like, yeah, whatever. But it's really true when these two teams match up.
It is. It's an old rivalry that, you know, they call it the Route 37 rivalry that has been going on for a long time, Jared.
Let's talk about first of all, the Newark Wildcats. You had a chance to talk to Coach Bill Franks. Coach Franks been coaching for a long time, and he's from Newark Catholic, Newark, New Lexington, a lot of football background, and he knows what he's working with. But he's excited for what they've been doing, and some of the work they put in, and it feels like maybe they're starting to turn the corner and for the future.
But Coach Franks knew exactly what he was dealing with when he got back into it, Jared. And he left New Lexington after a 1-year stint there. He said he really loved it, and the people there still respect him. I have an opportunity to speak to, actually, one of the ex-assistant coaches that was there with him. But they also understood that Newark is Coach Frank's home.
Yeah.
So he's going home.
Right.
And we can talk more about some of his success over the years in coaching and everything. But, he's a true blue Newark Wildcat.
Yep.
He graduated from Dayton U and came back, and, Haas Starr is probably the most well-known football coach at Newark High School. And, he was played for him, then was an assistant for 5 seasons. So for him, and we'll talk a little bit about how his perspective of everything's been. He's a lifer. He's a football guy, and with he and Coach Carpenter, they go way back.
Yes, they do.
Many, many years. So this ought to be an interesting football game for us to call tonight, Jared.
Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It'll be the Gales kicking off to the Wildcats here at Fulton Field in week number 6 of the high school football season. To kick it away for Lancaster will be Isaac Pellini. Back deep for the Newark Wildcats, number 5, Garrett Ramsey. And over on the far side, number 1, Mason Wheeler. We'll get to our keys of the game after the kickoff.
You're going to see Ramsey and Wheeler in the Newark backfield also during their offensive sets.
It's Ramsey trying to get to the outside, and a great job by the Lancaster coverage team getting down there, getting in about the 15-yard line. Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability. Since 1979, owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. Now, Shu, back in 2013, Newark comes in 0-9 here at Fulton Field. Lancaster, they were 5-4 at the time, a chance to make the playoffs to win. However, Newark, led by quarterback Grant Russell, who was outstanding, knocked off Lancaster 40-27. What does Coach Carpenter and his crew need to do tonight to make sure that does not happen again?
Well, they have to get back to playing well, like we saw them play against Roansburg. And actually against Groport also. And right there, you have a case where the defense is covering sideline to sideline, very active, running to the football. And I think, when you're put on defense right away, you can set the tone with your defensive stand right here.
2 weeks ago we were here, we saw the Scales, especially offensively, they came right out of the gate and played tremendous, probably the best first opening possession that we saw Lancaster, that we've seen them run in years, led by quarterback Titan Johnson. The defense played well in that game as well. Hard fought 1-point victory, and we'll see what they can do tonight. They're doing good right here. Third down and long for the Wildcats, way back at their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, and what I liked so much, what we saw at Lancaster 2 weeks ago, is we saw probably one of the best drives over 60 yards that they've put together for a long time.
Yeah, they chewed a lot of time off the clock.
Well, and Jared, it was executed without penalties, without any mistakes.
Wildcats come out, spread wide open. Nice pass over the middle. It's going to be close to the first down. I think he might have got it.
Pass complete
it's complete to Quadre Rogers.
Tackled by number 21, Briston Poe.
Or check that. It's Caleb Hall in the reception.
Yeah,
it is a first down.
Yeah, big throw. Running to your left. Zipped it right in. Hit him in the numbers, and good catch.
Great pass by quarterback Jake Sherman. Gives them 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. 10:22 to play in the first quarter. No score here from Fulton Field. First possession for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to just line it up and slug it out. There's just no way, Jared.
Sherman hands off first man through. Nice burst of speed and just covered up the football.
And by 3, Riley Poston.
Goes forward for another first down.
Yeah, as soon as I say that, of course, they run right off guard and gain 10 yards.
Yeah.
But if you look at it throughout the game, they're going to have to use some of their speed, use the width of the football field. And what you saw right there is they moved the quarterback the play before and put a little pressure on Lancaster's defense.
Sherman barking out some signals. Will hand off again, first man through, fullback.
Aber on the carry.
That's Giovanni Aber, 6 foot, 185-pound junior.
Well, Lancaster ought to be used to that formation. It was a wing T formation. Both backs on the wings and run the, trying to hit the fullback again. They had good success on the prior play.
Got an official stoppage. Looks like they're having clock issue maybe, or official talking to Coach Carpenter.
Maybe it's about the play clock.
Yeah, they're trying to get something relayed, I think, to the press box. They went over to the coaches to relay it on their headsets. I think we've got it squared away. So 2nd down coming up for the Wildcats. 2nd and 8 at their own 41-yard line. Sherman again with Giovanni Aber behind him. Now they're telling, we heard that. We told them they're wanting them to turn the play clock off. So I don't know if apparently the play clock is stuck on 40 and they can't get it turned off. And
well,
so they're going to keep the play clock on the field.
Yeah.
There's a handoff again. And a nice job by the Lancaster defense stuffing that one for a short gain, if any. Leading the way for the Gales. Looked like 28 getting in there. Trevor Roby? No, he's coming from that left side. No.
Yes.
Was it Roby or was that
it's hard to
Riley?
see the digit.
Aiden Rings, that's number 80.
Okay.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Gales. 9:04 and counting here in the first quarter. First possession for Newark. 3 receivers out to the near side. Ramsey, the option play. A nice read and a good run by the running back, number 1, Mason Wheeler, for another first down for Newark.
Yeah, real simple. When I saw the preseason write-up, Coach Franks talked about he wanted to simplify them offensively. And that's a wise thing to do when you have an inexperienced group or a group maybe that's not had as much confidence. Why don't you get good at something and do something well? And that was very well executed, Jared.
1st and 10, Newark. Putting together a nice drive here so far in their first possession. Terrell Williams splits out to the near side. Ramsey again hands it off, and this time stuffed. Leading the charge that time was A.J. Locke for the
Carried
Gales.
by number 8, Whitner. Tackled by number 4, Eli Rathburn. 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 coming for Newark.
Well, running that fullback, and then you run an option play wide. That just keeps the defense honest, and I don't know how much they're going to even try to throw it, but they're trying to keep their offense balanced to keep Lancaster defense from overplaying what they want to do.
Sherman will run out of that pistol formation now with his running back right behind him.
And you can see they're strong to the right, and there's your
Sherman
pass.
has his man. Nice move, nice stiff arm by Garrett Ramsey. Gets out to the 40 or near the 40. Needed to get to the 39 of Lancaster for the first down. It's going to be close.
I think he marked him a yard short, Jared.
So third down.
Ramsey tackled
Third
by
down
number
and 1.
Poe, third and short.
Sherman goes all the way over to the sideline to get the play and then brings it back in. Here's where having that play clock would be beneficial for him. 3rd and 1 at the Gales 40-yard line. Sherman keeps it himself.
Yep.
And a nice surge forward for
Sherman
that
on the
offensive
carry.
line gives him the first down. Although,
Yeah,
no, that didn't look like that good of a spot.
maybe not, but
74 Ty Hedges.
he moved the beanbag back to the
Another
39,
first
but
down.
still got a first down.
And they move the chains over on the far side, so it is a first down. The 3rd first down of this first drive for Newark. First and 10 Wildcats. The Gales 40-yard line. Wheeler lines up right behind Sherman in that pistol formation. Nice rollout, nice pass and catch. Garrett Ramsey on the reception. Ramsey all the way down to the 20-yard line and pushed out of bounds right there.
Well, what they're doing, they're freeing up Sherman, Jared. He's not having to pass under pressure. That's like the old run and shoot that Houston brought along back in the day, Houston University, the Cougars. And, he's just sprinting left, got a man in the short part of the field, get him the ball and let him make some yards.
First and 10 again. It's Caleb Hall lined up behind Sherman. Wheeler in motion. It's the option play again, and it's loose on the field. It goes out of bounds. It's a big loss for Newark.
Yeah, Lancaster's defense blew that up immediately. There was no chance of success for the Wildcats.
A.J. Locke once again in. Pressure. Clock stopped at 7:07.
In all honesty, Sherman probably should have kept the football, but that's hard to do when you see two guys coming to really drive you into the ground. But it's like a hot potato right there.
Brings up a second down and about 8 here, or 18 rather. Three receivers splitting out to the near side. Sherman looking to pass. He's going to loft one down near the goal line and incomplete, intended for number 11, Terrell Williams.
Briston Poe in coverage, 3rd and 17.
Briston Poe was the coverage man for the Gales. He played a really nice game defensively for Lancaster 2 weeks ago when we were here. Big third down coming here for the Gales defense.
Now they got balanced receivers. They still got 3 to the right, though.
Sherman has pressure. He's hit as he throws. That's up for grabs, and it's going to fall incomplete. Man, he got drilled. Roland Boyce came in
For number 5, Ramsey.
and laid the hammer on Sherman.
Yeah, I was wondering at what point Lancaster's going to put him
4th and
under
17.
pressure.
Yeah.
Now, they've done a good job of rolling him out, which gets you away from it in a quick release. But, if he's in the pocket, you got to go get him.
4th and 17, 6:57 to play in the first quarter.
You know, Sherman's very gutty and very has a lot of grit to him, but you got to remember in stature, he's only 5'10", Jared.
Yeah.
You can put some pressure on him with some size. It's going to be hard for him to see down the field.
Newark going to take a timeout. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
And we have a new sponsor tonight, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Fairfield County. They're looking for high school students to serve as bigs, volunteer mentors that is, for their school-based mentoring program. They have programs in Lancaster, Pickerington, and Berne Union. High school students would travel to the elementary or middle school for one class period a week throughout the school year. Bigs will have professional support by the Big Brothers Big Sisters staff throughout the school year, in addition to the training they receive prior to placement in the program. For more information on how you can become a Big, call 740-687-9477. And thanks for joining us, Big Brothers Big Sisters
right.
of Fairfield County.
Glad to have them on board tonight, and they will be on board tomorrow night. We've got a doubleheader this weekend, as tomorrow night we'll be back here at Fulton Field for the Fisher Catholic Irish as they host the Miller Falcons, a new member of the Mid-State League this year.
45-yarder.
On to attempt it is Garrett Kashner. It will be from 45 yards out of the hold of Jake Sherman, the quarterback. Good snap, good hold. Good kick, but did he get it? Did it crawl through? Went wide to the left. Had plenty of leg, though.
No good.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe good, from our angle. Of course, we're not, directly behind the goalpost, but that was a nice kick.
Gale's defense holds after Newark picks up 4 first downs. The defense did a nice job when Newark got down close and, of course, aided with that option pitch that went out of bounds, too.
Well, Newark took 5 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock. That's huge. Now Lancaster's got to come out and execute and make sure they don't give it right back and put their defense back on the field.
Here comes the Lancaster offense led by Titan Johnson, the 5'11", 165-pound senior quarterback. Johnson looking to pass, looking downfield. He has pressure coming from the far side. Nice job with the blocking on the far side. A good move here by Christian Riley. And Riley all the way out across midfield. A great pitch and catch on first down.
Well, if that doesn't shock you, nothing will.
Yeah, you're right.
You come to Lancaster and the first play they run's a pass.
Yeah.
So nice execution. Really a nice job of getting extra yardage after the catch.
Christian Riley did a great job, yards after catch there. Made a nice move after he caught the football.
But didn't you like Titan Johnson's patience and poise there? So good.
And how about the job by Jacob Rohr? He did a nice job protecting the blind side of Titan Johnson. On the carry this time is Caleb Sampson. Let's check the replay on that pass. Watch this. So there's Jacob Rohr right in front of Titan Johnson. Now watch him pick up this man coming right here. He had a wide open lane at Johnson, and a nice job by Rohr to get that block, give him a little extra time to throw that pass.
Just got to get in his way.
And then watch this move there. Yeah, Christian Riley, a great job there. 2nd down and 9 for the Gales. Sherrick in motion. Titan Johnson keeps it himself, going left side. Johnson dragged out of bounds right about the 37, but a flag comes in late.
By number 12, Sherman, there are flags on the play. Holding against Lancaster.
Get our call from the official.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Yeah, our referee tonight is Lonnie Freeman, who you just heard there make the call on the penalty. Our umpire is Eric Rowe. Our linesman is Jeff Howard. Line judge is Nathan DeGasperis. And our back judge is Johnny Coughlin.
2nd and 8 after the penalty. It was a spot foul. So it basically backs him back up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Sherrick on the carry. Sherrick following Rohr, again doing a nice job of the blocking, and Sherrick spins off of one tackler and gets up close to another first down.
Yeah, I think this is where, Jared, you're really going to see how Newark handles the football game, because the physicality of Lancaster's line, the execution of their offense against a younger team, a smaller team. I mean, you can just tell by looking out there from here there's a big discrepancy
yes,
in
you're
size.
Right. You're right. 3rd down and 1 for the Gales. First man through. That's Sam. No, check that. That's Kirkpatrick on the carry. He's got the 1st down and more.
Yeah, he came off the bench last week and ran well.
Let's talk about this. Parker Hill, who has got the bulk of the carries for the Gales, is actually out for the remainder of the season because he's a transfer and he's not able to play the last 5 games of the season or the playoffs, which is just a shame for a senior. He's had an outstanding season. So the Gales looking for somebody to fill in, and Kirkpatrick has done a nice job.
You can see right here, watch the blocking right at the point of attack. Got a little gallop to him right there also.
1st and 10 Gales, the 31-yard line of Newark. Pitch out. Comes to Kirkpatrick again. Kirkpatrick all the way across the 20 and inside the 20 to about the 17.
Brought down by number 8, Wigner. Being another Lancaster, Matt Taylor Kia. 1st down.
Taylor Kirkpatrick, the 6', 195-pound senior. We talk a bit about this year in and year out, Shu. They've got a stable of running backs every year, and you have to when you run this type of offense.
Well,
keep fresh legs.
Yeah, and they train them well. They get them ready, and you can see just the good hard running by Kirkpatrick right there.
1st and 10 once again at the 16. Johnson hands it this time to George Sherrick. A great cutback. Right about the time he took the handoff, he cut back to the middle, and that gave him about 6 more yards.
Yeah, if Lancaster concentrates and stays focused, I really don't think there's anything they can't do with running the football.
Yeah. There was that last run by Kirkpatrick. He's off to a good start for the Gales.
You know, inside middle there for Newark. They got one big fella there in Kamar Davis. 6'6", 275, junior.
We have a whistle and a timeout. Newark will take one. Our timeouts tonight brought
Timeout.
to you by
Newark.
the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive.
They're second of the half.
At carriagecompany.com. Shu, let's talk about the playoffs, which will be coming up. This Lancaster Gales team actually got a really nice draw, I think. They'll go to Reynoldsburg next Friday night at 7 p.m. And then if you look out beyond that, obviously you never want to, if you're a coach or player, you don't want to look beyond game 1. But if you look beyond that, they would take on the winner of Groveport, Madison, Hilliard, Bradley. So really a favorable first couple of games potentially for the Gales.
Well, you have a chance.
Right.
And that's all you want, because if you look at some of the divisions, especially some of the smaller divisions, you may not have that chance. And here's the schedule for next week. On Friday night, you got Lancaster-Reynoldsburg. Rosecrans will go to Bern, and, if Bern shows up and does what they normally do, that won't be an issue.
Right.
Fairfield Christian at Frontier. Frontier can play good football, and the Fisher-Cardington game will be quite intriguing.
Yeah, it will. Here's Sherrick following his blockers. Sherrick still on his feet. Gets inside the 10-yard line. A tough 2-yard gain there, but I tell you what, he did a great job putting his hand on the back of his blocker and following him through there.
Yeah, real good effort.
3rd and 3.
He made a lot out of really, or not a lot, but he made something out of nothing there.
3rd down and 3 coming up for the Gales inside the Newark 10-yard line. This coming off a good stop that the Gales had after Newark had driven down the field, picked up 4 first downs. And the Gales here on their first possession, looking to punch it in here. Johnson hands off, first man through, and he stopped immediately. Actually lost a half a yard. It's Kirkpatrick back to the 10.
Well, the Wildcats sniffed that out pretty doggone well. Tyler Schaefer, their outside linebacker, came in. He's a 6', 205-pound senior, and he made a good play right there, Jared, to get in from the outside.
4th down and 4 for Lancaster. Roby spits out to the left side. Kirkpatrick right behind Titan Johnson. Johnson rolls out. He's going to keep it himself inside the 10, inside the 5, and slung out of bounds at the 2-yard line, but he's got a Lancaster first down.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out of my mouth, but I'm saying there's a lot of room over here. So great call, great decision right there by Lancaster.
You could tell as soon as he took the hand, watch him, as soon as he takes the snap,
Well,
he's keeping it.
Yeah, there's no intent
It's
to do
in his
anything
mind.
else.
I'm getting this first down myself.
Well, he had a lot of pasture over here to get through. So,
tell you what, Titan Johnson has really played well for the Gales these last few weeks.
That's a 1 yard line.
Kirkpatrick will line up behind Titan Johnson. Sherrick in motion. And a whistle and a flag, a false start on Lancaster.
We have a dead ball, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still a first down.
Yeah, it really irks you when it comes from the perimeter too, Jared, because they're really not into that play initially. So as a coach, that's just burn you means you got to get 6 yards down instead of 1.
First down and goal from the 6, 2:17 to play in the first quarter. No score here from Fulton Field. Sherrick and Kirkpatrick line up behind Titan Johnson. It'll be Kirkpatrick. Big hole there, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah,
great job by the offensive line. We saw it from here.
The Red Sea parted, I'll tell you. Great blocking.
Man, I don't know if we have a replay of that, but you said it. They parted the Red Sea there.
My.
Just a great job by that offensive line.
Yeah, and like I said, this is going to be the biggest challenge Newark has
Watch
tonight.
this.
Is trying
left
slow.
side of the line here.
77, Isaac Pelini.
Look at that.
Yep. Just pull the lineman, get a block, get a helmet on him.
Tanner Taylor was the pulling guard, and he opened up a huge hole. Pelini's extra point. Oh, it bounces off the right upright. No good.
Pelini's kick is no good.
Kind of like he aimed that one because he
did,
kicks the
didn't
heck out of it.
Yeah,
we see him on kickoffs.
That one looked a
kicking
little
it.
different.
Yeah, he's kicking it, 55 yards off on the kickoffs.
Here's that
Yeah,
run
watch
again.
it right there. Just moving him out of the way. Yeah, that's a great view when you're running back to see nothing but back pylons.
Yep.
Kicking off for Lancaster, number 77.
Offensive
Isaac
line has done an
Pelini.
outstanding job here tonight so far in this first drive for the Gales. And they take a 6-0 lead with 2:14 to play in the first quarter. Pelini will kick it off.
Now let's see how DP kicks this one. I just thought he kind of aimed. That's kind of like when the pitcher gets it hit back to him, and instead of stepping and throwing, they kind of loop it over to first, That's kind of what that reminded me of there. I don't think he really put his best part of his leg into it. Because I've been impressed with the depth of his kickoffs.
Good look there at Pelini as he tees this one up.
Well, see, that's intentional, and that's a good kick.
Ramsey trying to get to the near side, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Tackled by number 11, Will Custer.
Will Custer on the stop for the Gales.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Here's the replay. Watch this. Tried to go high. You'd have to be a big-time high jumper to get over top of him.
No, he did a good job on the tackle.
1st and 10, Wildcats. Sherman pitches out. And a good job, Lancaster defense, snuffing that out.
On the carry.
Yeah, much better pursuit than earlier in the first quarter. Run to the football.
Rings
Know
led
your
the stop.
assignments, yes. And get them to the ground.
Called Aiden Ring's name a couple of times tonight on defense. He's played well out of that defensive end spot here on the near side. He went all the way across to make that stop. Second and 8. Sherman looks to pass, short drop, hits his man. That's Mason Wheeler. And Wheeler up to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you got to tackle on open field. If you're going to play against the spread, your players have to be able to tackle well.
3rd and 4.
Eli Rathburn on the stop for the Gales. Makes a 3rd down and 4 here. Wildcats taking a long time in the huddle to bring this one out.
Well, the play clock is now at
Sherman's pass was behind his intended receiver. I don't know if he ran the wrong route, but that's going to force a punt here for
Locke and Rathburn
Newark.
Coverage, 4th and 4.
So coming on to punt for Wildcats will be number 9, Garrett
Newark,
Kashner.
Number 9, Kashner. Back deep for Lancaster, number 21, Briston Poe.
Kashner gets the punt away. Nice high punt.
real nice kick.
Poe will take it at the 37-yard line. Big hole up the middle. Nice spin move by Poe at the 50. A flag comes flying in as Briston Poe takes it down to about the 42-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is.
I will make a slight wager that it's some kind of illegal block.
Yes.
That's always been the case, seems. Really nice return by Poe.
Yes, it was. We'll get the call from our referee, Lonnie Freeman.
During the return, we have block in the back
Block in the back against Lancaster.
on Lancaster. That's a 10-yard penalty. It'd be 1st down this way.
So that brings them back
in
after
10
that
from the
really nice
36-yard
return by
line.
Poe. Gales will now take over at their own 36-yard line. So it's a 10-yard penalty, but technically it's about a 25-yard penalty
Right.
based on where he returned the kickoff or the punt. Nasir Robinson on the carry to about the 39-yard line.
Nasir Robinson on the carry. Tackled by number 3, Rogers, and number 19, Dansby. 2nd and 7.
Clock going to roll down and run out here in the first quarter as the Gales hold on to a 6-0 lead. Look at this here on the
That'll bring us to
replay.
the end of the first quarter. Lancaster 6.
Yeah.
Newark
Good no
0.
call on
Yeah.
that.
He didn't grasp it, just kind of bumped it.
Yep.
Yeah. So after one, the Gales lead 6-0
Thank you for attending
against
today's
That's the end
of
the first quarter.
Looking at some stats in the first half for the Gales, 85 total yards of offense. Newark 58.
Maintain social distancing of at least 6 feet from others.
Nine rushing attempts, 53 yards for the Gales. 8 rushing attempts, 26 yards for Newark. But I tell you what, Shu, it's kind of one of those games that we expected right now. Low scoring, it's kind of back and forth, and it has that feel of if somebody could break a big play, it might turn the tides.
Well, like I said, the biggest climb that Newark has to make is defensively. With Lancaster with the football, they have got to pound and pound and pound to eventually just wear them down. The Wildcats and make them struggle defensively, and their chances of scoring on defense is much lower than on offense. So keep the ball out of their skilled athletes, pound on them offensively, and I don't think they'll have any problem. But the challenge for Lancaster is they've got to execute like they did on the last drive. Make their blocks, make their reads, and run the football strong.
2nd and 7 upcoming for the Gales. Titan Johnson has Kirkpatrick behind him and Nasir Robinson. Sherritt goes in motion. Here's Kirkpatrick. Out to about the 43-yard
Patrick
line.
on the carry.
Bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Gales.
Tackled by number 64.
Now, see what Newark does defensively here. Last time, they really gave a lot of open field. The open field with the ball being where it is stronger here to the Lancaster's right. Let's see if they have some room over here. And don't cloud it. They haven't with a lot of extra people.
3rd and 3. Sherrick in motion. He takes a handoff. And
No.
I don't think he's going to get it. A great job by the Newark defense.
Sherrick
Coming
on the
in there,
carry.
looked like 19. That's Trey Dansby
Tackled by number
on the
13.
stop. And it'll bring up a
Excuse me, number
4th and
19,
2
Dansby.
for Lancaster.
Yeah, you can see here they did a very good job staying in their gaps,
Into
fighting
Buffalo
off
Lancaster,
blocks.
Yeah,
77
Dansby did a
lead.
great. He just pushed his blocker
Yeah.
out of the way
For
and
Newark,
took the
number 1,
runner
Wheeler.
on.
Yeah, that's how you got to play. I mean, you get to your gap and then fight off a block and read where the ball carrier is.
Pelini to punt it away. High snap, but he gets the punt away. A nice one after that high snap. And, woo, a dangerous
Yeah.
catch there by
Robinson,
the
third, fields the
returner
punt.
for Newark. But he covers it at about the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Wildcats take over, trailing 6-0 here. 10:32 to play in the first half. Sherman again working out of that pistol formation. Right behind him is Caleb Hall. Sherman back to pass, looking over the middle. Hits as a receiver, and he's still on his feet across the 30.
Sherman's pass complete to number 5, Ramsey.
It'll be a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, those are nice little plays for Newark. I mean, it's no different than running the ball for 5 yards. You find the hole in the Lancaster zone defense and flip them the ball, get rid of it. I still think the Gales have got to put a little more pressure on him if he's going to be in the pocket. Obviously, it's not going to give you time if he uses the rollout.
2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. Splitting out wide to the near side is Caleb Hall. Sherman. Little pass in the backfield is complete to Mason Wheeler.
Sherman's pass
He's
to
going to be
Wheeler.
short of the first down by
Tackled
about
by
a
number
yard.
4, Rathburn.
Yeah,
Number
good
21,
pursuit.
Briston Poe.
Lancaster secondary.
3rd and 1.
Briston Poe on the stop for the Gales. 3rd down and 1 coming up for Newark.
Yeah, that's just a good football play, Jared, right there. You get rid of the ball quick on the perimeter. Sherman puts it there, but the Lancaster pursuit comes, makes a good tackle. That's good football.
He had some nice blocking out there. Somebody had Sam Fink locked up, but then Fink fought him off to help out with that tackle.
Sam's been very consistent this season in the games we've seen him.
Handoff right up the middle. I don't think he got it.
I agree with you.
Man, the Gales stuffed
Aber on
it.
the carry.
Yeah, they're holding up 4th down.
Tackled by 53, Zindale Graff. 44, A.J. Locke.
Graff and Locke get on the stop for the
4th and
Gales.
short.
4th down and less than 1 for Newark. And it looks like Newark might line up to go for it here.
I thought I also saw Hedges in there.
Yeah, I think Ty Hedges was on the stop too. It's coming right at him
Yeah.
over that nose tackle spot. And again, right
Yeah.
up the middle, and again they did not get it.
I know. I think they did not
Aber on
make
the carry.
enough yardage at all.
And the Gales defense fired up. A great job by that.
He is
Those
marked
interior
short.
guys.
Lancaster will
Yeah,
take
that'll
over
pick you
1st
up.
and 10.
That'll pick you up. Effort like that, 2 downs in a row.
Yeah, 2 downs in a row. They only needed a yard. And those guys up front for Lancaster made a nice stop.
Yeah, it just got physical and went low. Low man wins in those battles. Got to get leverage.
First and 10 Gales at the Newark 35-yard line. Riley resets to the right side. Johnson hands it off to Sherrick. Sherrick across the 25, still running hard. Inside the 20, a great run by George Sherrick.
Tackled by number 23. And number 12, Sherman. The Lancaster Matt Taylor Kia first down.
Tell you what, last year was really the first year we saw George Sherrick get a lot of playing time, and he has really improved this year
again,
in his senior season.
Yes, you're right. And usually you only get one cut inside, if you're inside the tackles, George, you get one cut you can make, and he made the right cut.
Here's Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, a spin move, gets him up across the 15.
Yeah, he's a little bit like a loose bull tonight.
Number 8, Whitner.
Running with a purpose.
And an injury on the field, a Newark player
Injury
down.
timeout.
That's never good when you see one of those guys that are bunched up tight in there in the middle, the linemen, when they go down. That's never a good sign. So the trainers will take a look at him. Shu gives us a chance to say thanks to some more sponsors. Of course, Buffalo Wild Wings. You see their logo there on the screen. They are our scoreboard sponsor. And we certainly thank Larry Tipton. They've been with us for a long time. Larry Tipton and the crew at Buffalo Wild Wings for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. And remember, every one of our football games will be televised with their instant replay immediately after the game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Lancaster location.
And now you've made me hungry.
I hear you. I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. Of course, coming out and helping out with setup was Shane Messina on cameras tonight. Jim Spires and Tom Russo. Graphics and replay, Donnie Ziegfeld, and our producer-director, Bob Competti. Those guys have been here a while. They come out early on game days and get set up, and it's a late night for them. Actually going to be staying later tonight as the Lancaster Band of Gold will be performing after the contest, after the game, and our crew going to stay and film that. And that'll be part of the special event coming up during the fair, as they won't be able to have the band day. Here's Sampson on the run inside the 10. A good run by Caleb Sampson to pick up a first down for the Gales.
Yeah, that sweep is just powerful. When you can get those linemen out in front of you.
Number 19, Dansby. Be Matt Taylor.
Put a helmet on a body, and like I said, I really think this is the greatest challenge Newark will have all night. Is trying to take the physicality and run constantly at them. But Lancaster's got to do it to them. They're not just going to let you do it.
Sherrick with wide open field to the right side. Touchdown, Lancaster.
Took that turnover and just kind of made mincemeat out of the Wildcat defense.
Into the extra point. 77 Isaac Blaine.
Once again, a good block, and look who it was again. Jacob Rohr. He's played outstanding tonight on that offensive line. On to kick the extra point. Isaac Pellini out of the hold of Titan Johnson. Good snap. And this time, Pellini boots it through.
Now, did you notice the difference?
Yeah, there was a difference.
Yeah, it was like a purpose that time, wasn't it?
Right.
Newark 0.
13-0 after the score from Lancaster. 7:23 to play in the first half. Mentioned that we'll be doing double duty, a double header this weekend. Right back here tomorrow night as the Fisher Catholic Irish will host the Miller Falcons in their final home game of the season. The Falcons, as I mentioned, first year coming into the Mid-State League Cardinal, and they put together a 2-3 season so far. But they've played well. They played tough against Bern Union, who is poised to possibly win the league tonight.
Yeah, that'll be an entertaining game. I mean, you can see right here the schedule.
That's Miller's schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been the same with Bishop Rosecrans, but they competed with Bern for 3 quarters, and they have
Bern
similar scores with Griff City Christian as Fisher does. So
Fisher's played really, really well the last 2 weeks. Actually, the last 3 weeks. Started with Worthington Christian.
Yeah, that they did. They played better. I mean, we saw them on Thursday night on the CW that night, and they played a lot better.
So that should be an interesting game tomorrow night in the Mid-State League, as both those teams in the same region of the playoffs. So we'll get to
Yeah, we'll let you and Josh analyze that one, okay? Nothing personal, just we got to get Josh in sometime. He hasn't been hurt all football season, which some people say that's not a bad thing.
Good return here.
Aber
Number
on the
14.
return.
That
Tackled
is
by number
Giovanni
34,
Aber.
Nathan Smith.
But now we're a huge team here, and everybody
First and 10
chips
from
in.
the
That's what makes it
31-yard
work.
line.
And I know I'm appreciative to be able to have it to look forward to, because
Yeah.
I do look forward to it.
Well, now that we don't have the Reds to watch. First and 10, Wildcats. Jake Sherman, the quarterback, brings him out. He sends man in motion and hands off to the first man through. That's Caleb Hall, I believe, on the carry. No, Caleb Hall was split out.
On the carry. Tackled by number 53, Zindale Graff.
It was Giovanni Aber again on the carry.
Second and 7.
Give him a gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7. Three receivers coming out to the near side. Aber stands behind Sherman. Quick pass over the middle. It's picked off. Sam Fink with blockers in front of him. Fink to the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lancaster. And a flag comes in at the end of that play that might go on the Gales.
Early flag on the play.
Yeah, it was totally a miscommunication on the Newark side.
Yes, it was. The intended receiver was not even looking, and that pass went right to Sam
Block in the
Payne.
back
But I think it's
against
coming
Lancaster.
back. And the shame of the block in the back.
On the return, we have a block in the back on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down for Lancaster.
Yeah, probably wasn't necessary.
Well, and it came when Fink was almost to the goal line. It was completely away from the play. Here's the replay.
First and 10, Lancaster from the 37-yard line.
So Fink, a nice job on the return, but it is going to come back.
Yeah, I can't see. I never saw the block, so I can't comment.
Yeah, but again, the point is, because we didn't see it, it was behind the play.
Right.
You know, that's
Well, if it's illegal, it's illegal. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not saying
but
that. I'm saying that
I don't know.
It was, yeah,
I don't know if it had any
right.
legality or whether it was interpreted correct or not.
Here's Robinson on the carry. Robinson bursting it to the outside, down inside the 20. A great run by Nasir Robinson, and wow, there's a late hit out of bounds. That'll get a flag all day long.
Yeah, well, when you're 3 yards out of
Sherman has flag
Yeah.
on the play.
yeah, that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. Watch how far out of bounds he is when he's hit here.
We have a first down. After the play, we have personal foul, a late hit on the defense, half the distance to the goal. Result, first down.
But look what Coach Franks does. Pulls the
Absolutely.
player off the field. Gotta love it.
Nope. I will tell you this. I thoroughly enjoyed having the opportunity to speak with Coach Franks
Yeah.
this week. He's got a lot of things in perspective.
First and goal. Titan Johnson keeps it himself, following his blocker, trying to get to that corner, and he's across the goal line. Touchdown, Gales.
You know, Jared, after being able to watch here the last couple of weeks, and we don't always do all the Lancaster games. We do a lot of people, but he looks like a senior quarterback.
Yes, he does.
You know, and when I say that, what I mean is he's showing some toughness. His decision-making is good. His leadership is there. That's a senior quarterback. You can count on him.
And a kick for Lancaster, 77, Pelini.
Watch this replay as he dives for that pylon.
Well, watch him fight for the score here. Give him
Yeah,
a little stiff arm. But, you know, you got to have a little toughness to you. You got to take it.
And Pelini's kick is blocked.
Extra point is blocked by number 5.
They come flying
Ramsey.
in from the near side.
Lancaster
Block
19.
that one.
Yeah, they'll have to clean that up.
Yeah.
But don't you think that ought to be a live play?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They should be able to do
I
something
love
with that.
that, like in NCAA, that they can play that live.
Watch Titan Johnson as he stretches the ball out here, but the official's right on it. He calls it as soon as it crosses the goal line.
Right.
Right there.
Kicking off for
But
Lancaster.
he
number
loses the
77,
football, but the
Isaac
official's
Lee.
got it. Touchdown.
Now that's where he's supposed to be. Because any point of the ball touches any part
Yep.
of the line, it's a touchdown. And got a little
Good shot at Titan
Yeah,
there.
you got him a little hip pointer there maybe on the landing.
Yeah, he's played really, really well for the Gales these last few weeks.
Yeah, his poise, composure, I mean, I can't say enough positive things really about how he's performed.
He and his crew are going to get another shot at Reynoldsburg, this time on Reynoldsburg's turf next week in the playoffs.
Well, that's like rolling dice, Jared. We saw 41 to 40.
41 to 40.
I mean, who knows? You better go ready.
Yep.
It'll be a whole different bird. I'm not sure who Reynoldsburg plays tonight. I did not see that.
I believe they played last night. They played Pick Central.
Oh, they finished up with the Tigers.
Yeah, that game 35-0. Or 35. Yeah, I think it was 35-7 was the final in that one.
Kick returned by number 1 Wheeler.
On the return, the
Tackled by number 7,
Wildcats get out
Robinson.
to about the 21-yard line. That's where they'll go on offense. They trail at
1st and 10 from
19-0
the
with 6:03 to play in the
21-yard
first
line.
half.
You know, I did read something this week that I found interesting is, you know, as these teams travel during this 2020 time, they have no locker room. The visitors have no locker room access. So at Pickerington, they set up a giant tent
Really?
outside with enough chairs with 6 feet apart, set up where they could post
awesome.
video
Yeah.
and set it up for the visiting team. Now, how good is
Yeah,
that?
that's great. Sherman to pass, hits his man at about the 24. Coming up the near side, a nice run by Garrett Ramsey, but he
pass
steps
complete
out
to
of
number
bounds at
5,
the
Ramsey.
35, and that's enough for a first down.
Pushed out by number 21.
But I thought
Kristen
that was
Bell.
one of the classiest things I've
It
heard
is.
of
1st and 10
this whole
Newark.
football season.
Yep.
Um,
Check
but-
some scores from other games.
There we
Fairfield
go.
Christian leads Rosecrans 8-0. Let's watch this replay here. Good touch on this pass.
Very good. I tell you, they've done a good job on these little run and shoot out passes.
Yeah, they have. Oh, you can't bring him down that way. You got to wrap him up. Sherman out of the pistol once again, looking to pass. And this time it goes over the head of his intended receiver, who was Garrett Ramsey.
Sherman's pass
Well,
intended for number 5,
Sam Fink
Ramsey.
jumped the route that time,
Yep.
too. I mean, there comes
Sam
a
Fink in
point
coverage, 2nd and 10.
where you got to kind of sniff it after a while. Figure it out on the field.
In the second quarter, Fairfield Christian leads Rosecrans 8-0. In the second quarter, also Bloom Carroll all over Logan Elm, who's been playing really well. 28-7, the Bulldogs on top. Liberty Union leads Buckeye Valley 14-0. It's Worthington Christian over Byrne Union 14-0 in the first quarter. Warren leads Fairfield Union 28-0 in the second quarter.
Aber on the carry.
Teo, an interesting
Tackled by
matchup,
74,
potential matchup
Ty
in the
Hedges,
playoffs,
number 53 is
would
in there,
be
ref.
Amanda Clear Creek opens up
Injury
with
timeout.
Morgan next Friday night.
Yeah,
And sitting, waiting for the winner of that game is Liberty Union with a bye.
yeah, that would be.
That's in Division
Interesting
5,
game.
Region 19.
Tonight's sports medicine
So,
coverage is provided
Be interesting
by
to
Fairfield
see that
Healthcare
one
Professionals
if that
Orthopedics.
happens. Two
Yeah.
Fairfield County
FHP
teams meeting
That
up
would
in
be great.
the second week of the playoffs.
And that could be played here. You know, they're going to
That's
host
true.
playoff
Most
games
up-to-date
here.
orthopedic knowledge and expertise.
Yeah.
Our
You
physicians
never
offer
know. You could hear our
comprehensive care
lovely voices
and coordinate
again.
rehabilitation
Makes sense
with
to
our
bring it
therapy
here.
team.
Yeah.
From sports
Yeah.
concussion treatment to joint replacement.
Right in the
they
middle for
provide
both of
head
them.
to toe care.
Maybe they'll call us and ask
Learn
for
more
our
about
vote. What do
orthopedic
you think?
services
Huh?
at Fairfield Medical Center by visiting fmchealth.org.
That'd be great, though. That'd be a great. Because Liberty, you know, Amanda speaks for themselves traditionally. But Liberty's coming off a winless season.
Here's the thing about Amanda that will be tough for them is they're off again this week. They canceled their game last week due to COVID. this week due to COVID, and so they'll be coming into the playoffs with 2 weeks off.
Be plenty rested, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be happy about my timing.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, I heard today, they are allowed to run a scrimmage.
Really?
Yes. If they have a bye or they have a missed week, they can scrimmage. If they can find somebody who'll do that.
Huh.
Yeah, who knows?
It's a crazy
2020,
year.
yeah.
It's a crazy year.
But I say letting them play, who cares?
Yeah. Third down, Sherman to pass, and it was up for grabs, and a good job by the defense. Number 3, Riley Poston knocks it away.
Yeah, real good job by Riley playing the ball there. You know, when you're back in that safety position, and I'll put a little point in there for his dad. His dad was as good a safety as Lancaster's ever had. I will tell you that. And he knows if I say it, I'm not kidding you.
Watch Riley go up high here and knock that one away. Great job by Poston. And the punt almost blocked. It lands at the 40, takes a Newark bounce, still rolling, and it'll be down right about the 20-yard line. That's where the Gales will go back on offense.
Well, they got 5 minutes now. You could really kind of put Newark into a mental, just to make them just not feel like they have a chance. If you can put a drive together here.
So Gales go back on offense, 1st and 10 at their own. Oh, they spotted at the 26, so apparently it was touched before that last little bit of roll there.
It wasn't seen by my eye, but I wasn't down there either, so I don't know.
Johnson gives it to Sherrick.
Sherrick on the carry.
Who that time was lined up behind him. He usually lines up out one of those flanker spots. Flag comes flying in.
Usually a hold in that area. Nope. Illegal chop block.
Chop block against Lancaster.
That's a big one coming back for Lancaster.
I got to tell you, I had a guy, wait for the official here.
We have a chop block on the offense, half the distance to the goal. Replay, first down.
I had a guy call and tell me that he was at the football game. He's an assistant coach, and he's asking me about rules. I said, first of all, you got the wrong guy to call about football rules. I got a guy you can call that will know them all. But they had offensive pass interference on a wide receiver screen.
Huh.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah, well, I didn't totally understand the whole thing. But
Johnson's pass complete.
I'd like to refer that to our Mike Pereira, Tom Stoughton,
Tackled by number 3, Rogers.
Speaking of screens, there was one, but not much of a gain there.
2
for the Gales, brings up a second down.
2nd and long.
And 23 for Lancaster. Gales lead at 19-0, under 5 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, you want to gain some yardage here to at least gain some field position. You're going to have a split receiver. Going to look to throw it or not? Nope. Ran
Johnson
the counter.
To Sherrick again. George, a nice tough run.
Sherrick on the carry.
But still doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, and another flag comes in.
No, but that's a good job. Chop block.
This time it's going on the Wildcats.
Well, it's not a block then. It's an illegal hit, maybe?
They have a block below the waist on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Result of the play is first down.
Wow. Well, that's a big one because that was going to bring up a 3rd and about 12. And instead, it's first down for the Gales at the 26.
Coach Frank's trying to get an explanation over there. I know. Sometimes you just throw your arms in the air, Jared.
Here's Kirkpatrick. Jumping over top of somebody and getting out.
Kirkpatrick on the carry.
For a first down.
Nice run.
Wait a second. The sticks said
by
third.
19 Dansby. That'll
the official
be
said
Lancaster,
first, so I
Matt
guess it was
Taylor,
third down.
First down.
It was 3rd and 4.
It had to be first. He said first down.
He said first down, but the sticks said 3.
Oh, got some pace going here.
Here's Kirkpatrick again. And this time he'll pick up 3 on the play.
Yeah, good job by the Newark interior lineman, not being caught off guard.
2nd and 6.
See, I think over a 4-quarter period, this just takes its toll.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Lancaster's used to this. Newark, not necessarily.
Riley resets. Here's Sherrick. Nice job that time on the tackle. 28, Peyton Sherrard for Newark.
Tackled by number 52,
Got
Schaefer,
low and
number 28,
made a nice
Sherrard.
stop.
3rd and 3.
You talked about, staying, ready. I mean, this takes a toll on you. And that's one of the things that Coach Franks told you is, maintain high energy. It's tough when that defense has been on the field so long and play after play. It's just taking a toll on them.
Well, to maintain that energy, you've got to get some 3 and outs or, maybe 1 first down and out. And they've just not been able to do that. Good timeout there by Coach Carpenter.
Timeout, Lancaster.
We'll tell you about our halftime band show, which is coming up. That'll be coming up in just a little over 2 minutes. Our halftime band show will be brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated
Lancaster High
since
School Athletic Department wishes to
1889.
recognize
Check
the
them out
following
at
gold business
funeralhome.com.
advertising partners.
The Frank E.
Unified
Smith
Bank of
Funeral Home,
Lancaster,
respect for
Buckwood
tradition,
Auto
regard
Family.
for change.
Buckeye
Halftime band show will
Automotive,
also be
Lancaster
brought to you
Bingo
by
Company,
Fairfield
Port
Federal.
Queen.
When it comes to our customers
Crestview Skilled
and our
Nursing
community, we go above and
Rehabilitation.
beyond to help.
Matt Taylor
Personal or
Kia,
business banking,
Michael's Oral
whatever you
Surgery,
need, we
and
take it
Hugh White
seriously because we
Chevrolet.
know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That'll be the halftime band show featuring the Lancaster Band of Gold coming up in just a little over 2 minutes.
Well, we're so used to getting ready for the fair, Jared, and kind of a sad state, really, for all of us. It's another thing to miss. The fair coming,
But
not going to be, but we're going to have the band shows.
And Interface Video will be spending a lot of time out there bringing you live coverage of a lot of the different events within the junior fair. So you want to watch out for information on that. If you're interested, go to the Interface Video Productions Facebook page. We'll have everything listed there that you can see coming up at this year's 2020 Fairfield County Junior Fair. And it will feature the band show. Even though they can't be there physically to march in front of the grandstand, the crew at Interface Video has put together, or they're in the process of going out and videoing all the bands, and they'll put a band show together for you. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so Fair Week coming up. Titan Johnson back to pass, and nice catch at the 40-yard line by George Sherrick.
Johnson's pass complete to 33, George Sherrick.
Just got it over that linebacker. Pass and catch.
Brought that one off of shoestrings.
Nobody said they're all going to be perfect. That's why they're called receivers. Catch the football.
And it almost got tipped right there. Maybe it did get tipped. But wow, what a job.
That's a good catch.
Sherrick
Here's
on
a
the
first
carry.
down run for George Sherrick.
I'm not one of those
Tackled by
guys
number 19, Dansby.
Watching
10,
sports on
Lancaster.
TV that says very much to the TV or tries to get in a dialogue with the television, but I do yell sometimes, catch the ball.
Johnson turns, hands off to Sherrick. That play looked kind of
Sherrick on the
strange in
carry.
the beginning there. Had guys going every which way. I'm not sure that play was run properly, but Sherrick still made something out of nothing.
Tackled by
And the
number
Gales will take a
57, Madden.
timeout.
Timeout, Lancaster.
Well, as Lancaster says timeout, I got a piece of information for you that you might be interested in, and because it's so unique for us, our referee, Lonnie Freeman, is an Elvis impersonator.
There he is.
Well, he doesn't look like
I thought,
Elvis
he
there.
had the chops there.
Well, with the stripes, he looks like Jailhouse Rock, right? Yeah, but no, I think he actually has some information on Facebook that you can see, and whatever entertains you, I mean, that's good.
I tell you, it looks like him.
Looks real, doesn't it?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Singing the Memphis Blues, man.
Yeah, awesome. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Gales. Minute and 19 showing on the clock before halftime. Kirkpatrick and Sherrick behind Titan Johnson. Nasir Robinson takes a handoff. Nasir fighting for yardage and gets up to about the 26-yard line.
Robinson on the carry, tackled by number 25.
See how tight
Feaster.
that was between the quarterback Johnson and the running back. The handoff was tight, Jared. I mean, there was no space at all.
3rd down and 2 inside of a minute to play in the half. Johnson looking to pass. He's got pressure. Titan finds his man. That's Christian Riley inside the 15-yard line. A great job
87, Christian Riley.
by the Gales.
Yeah, you got to get him up to the line here.
That'll be Lancaster, Matt
I think
Taylor,
you have time to even run a
first
play if you get your play.
Absolutely.
You don't have to,
40 seconds on the
you
clock.
don't have to down it. Run a play. That's a big gain.
They wind the clock right now.
That's fine.
Johnson hands off to Kirkpatrick inside the 10.
Kirkpatrick on
Now
the
here's
carry.
the time.
Gales will
Timeout.
take a timeout
Yeah.
right here with 28 showing on the
Tackled by
clock.
number 54, Davis. We do have
Real
a
good call. Look at
Lancaster
this.
timeout.
Right in the flat. Nobody up there.
You know, good job by Johnson, too, to not panic.
Yep.
He saw that pressure,
No.
just waited for his guy to get open, eluded the pressure, made a nice pass.
Hate to say it over and over, but that's what a senior does,
Yep.
Jared. Poise, composure, sees the field. He just looks comfortable.
Yeah. I tell you, he's had some tough shoes to fill. The last couple of senior
Yep.
quarterbacks, Noah Dryden and then Tyler Monk, and now Johnson has really stepped up and played well in his senior year.
Well, that's a funny thing. I know I was always told in many moons ago when I was coaching, you get them where you want them as seniors. They're comfortable. They execute, then they graduate, and you got to start all over.
Isn't
And
that
that's
the
kind
truth?
of how it works.
You're right.
But that's the fun of teaching and coaching.
Grab some stats here while we're in this timeout. Titan Johnson, 3 for 3, 43 yards through the air tonight. Kirkpatrick leads them on the ground, 9 carries, 50 yards, and 1 touchdown. Sherrick has had a good game as well. We'll get his in just a moment. 2nd and 7. Johnson back to pass. He has pressure. What a move there to get away. Johnson looking in the end zone. He throws it up, and it's over the head of Christian Riley
Johnson's pass
with
intended
19
for 87,
seconds.
Christian Riley.
Yeah, he
30
really
seconds.
showed his ability to get away from pressure,
Yes.
though. Little backyard football right there.
Sherrick has 8 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Third and 7 for Lancaster. And
It's timeout.
calling Titan Johnson over to the sideline to get the play.
Now, what's the discussion over on the Newark sideline?
I don't know. The officials are over talking to the Newark coaches, and they had a player that went off. I don't know if he had equipment trouble.
Yeah, 54. That's plays right in the middle.
Yeah, that is Kmar Davis.
Yeah, and you know, 6'6", 275. I don't want to take him off the line.
3rd down and 7 for Lancaster. Johnson, short drop, quick pass. Riley couldn't hold
Johnson's
it in, just
pass
a little
intended
bit
for
overthrown,
Riley.
so it brings up a 4th down, and here
4th
comes the
and
field goal
7.
team.
Yeah, that's probably about as good as you could throw
Yeah,
it.
it
If you're going to
was.
throw a fade, I mean, you either catch it or you kick a field goal here.
Yeah, Riley was locked up with his defender and then just could not
And the
haul
kick
it
for
in.
Lancaster, 77, Isaac
With
Blaine.
Titan Johnson taking this, I'd love to see a fake field goal in this time.
Why
I
not?
mean, well, you're probably not going to lose the game unless you have a total
Yeah.
meltdown. Be something to show people.
Chance to work on something.
Yep.
Pellini's kick is no good. Shanked it to
Police
the
kick
left.
is no good.
Left, so
Lancaster 19.
13 seconds to play in the
Newark 0.
half, and the Wildcats going to get the football back.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating there not to, they drove the field
Uh-huh.
and not to get something out of it.
Wildcats will take it on the 20-yard line with 12 seconds on the clock. Terrell Williams splits out wide to the far side. Caleb Hall to the near side. It'll be a handoff up the middle to Giovanni Aber, and they will let the time run out here in the first half.
Number 9, Keaton Jacobs.
So your halftime score here at Fulton Field is the Lancaster Golden Gales on top of the Newark Wildcats, 19-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime band show brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan. You want to stay tuned. Halftime band show coming up next on the high school football game of the week.
I was at work on Friday morning and I had a massive heart attack. They took me to Fairfield Medical Center where they had the cath lab and everything all set up and ready for me when I arrived. They had to shock me 3 times to bring me back, and they didn't give up. I was there for 12 days and I felt comfortable there. Everybody was just so kind and so nice. It was a great team, I can tell you. Wouldn't be for that team there, I wouldn't be alive today. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
gentlemen, your band will conclude its performance with the finale from New World Symphony. Slight correction on that. You just heard the finale from New World Symphony. Because this is the band's last performance for the year here at Fulton Field and the seniors' final performance ever here at Fulton Field, we now have a special song that has been a longtime favorite of the Band of Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, Long Train Runnin'. Ladies and gentlemen, your Band of Gold. Let's hear it again for them. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Thank you, Band of Gold, for another fantastic year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your band's 100th year. During the centennial year, the band has performed in the community more than ever and has 2 more community concerts before the season ends. We are extremely grateful to be part of the Lancaster community where we have served an integral role for the last century. You can be part of the band's success in the next century. We've begun a virtual fundraising campaign to support our community.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area where the fountain is and the memorials and the flags and all this stuff. And we looked around and I said, there's our bank right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Fulton Field. Here at halftime, the Gales lead the Newark Wildcats 19-0 here on the final home game of the 2020 regular season. Actually, I guess we should say potentially the last home game. We don't know. We got to wait and see what Lancaster does in the playoffs, and then if they choose to pick up some games at the end, they might have another home game. But the last home game scheduled. Let's check some stats. First of all, for the Gales, Titan Johnson through the air, 4 of 6, 57 yards. Rushing stats, pretty even. Taylor Kirkpatrick leads the way, 10 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. George Sherrick, 9 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. As Nasir Robinson has 3 carries and 28 yards. Christian Riley has 2 receptions, 46 yards. And George Sherrick with 2 receptions and 11 yards. For the Wildcats, Jake Sherman, 8 of 14 through the air, 59 yards. Rushing stats, Giovanni Aber has 9 carries, 25 yards. Mason Wheeler, 2 carries for 12 yards. And Garrett Ramsey leads the way, receiving 4 receptions for 45 yards. 19-0 is your score. Shu, what's it take for Coach Franks to get his team back? They have to play defense here to start out the second half.
Yeah, again, that's the greatest challenge they have tonight is stopping Lancaster's offense and getting the football back. Excuse me. Sherman's played really well.
Yeah,
quarterback for Newark. But they haven't gained a lot of yardage. So I think, if he can stick to the short passing game and get his running backs on the perimeter a little bit offensively, they might be able to cause some problems. But we'll see here what Lancaster does on this first drive. I thought Newark had a relatively decent defensive stand down here at the end of the half, which maybe they'll get a little momentum out of that.
They're going to have nice field position here. Kalen Carroll on the return. It was kicked to the up man, and Carroll was the man, and he brings it out to the 42-yard line.
Listen, we talked about
if Trevion Jones is
Coach
in the stands,
Franks going back to
press
Newark
box.
early
Trevion Jones, please.
He knew what he
to
was
the press
dealing
box.
with, a program that had not had a lot of success, and they've built the numbers up. I've heard the middle school numbers are really good right now, looking solid. And I'll hit on a couple of points that he wanted to talk about this week.
Here's Sherrick on the carry on first
Sherrick
down.
on the carry.
Gets out near the 45.
Tackled by number 8.
When I had a chance then to speak to Coach Franks, the most positive things he said we have a really good chemistry of players that have developed and gotten better, and they actually like football. I mean, they really like football. Newark's been known for a long time as a basketball hub, but he said these kids like it, and it's starting to sift down into the lower levels, and that's how you get it going.
That's important, yeah. What a run here. Taylor Kirkpatrick, like he was shot out of a cannon, going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Gales.
And this is where, when you are Coach Franks at Newark, you really going to find out, because Lancaster will not stop bringing it.
Flag came in really, really late, way over on the far side.
But there's a Newark player down.
I see that. I don't know if he's... I don't know what happened there, but the flag came in over on that side.
Maybe we have a replay and can
very
see the
late.
end of that play. I mean, I didn't even know if anybody was in the vicinity.
We'll get the call from Lonnie Freeman.
Because like you said, Kirkpatrick looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he did.
The result of the play is a touchdown. We have a dead ball, personal foul on the offense, number 33.
Gales will go for 2. Kirkpatrick again. Easily walks in for the 2-point conversion. Makes it 27-0 Gales.
Yeah, now we're going to get into, like I said, you're going to get into the real mental part of it now for Newark. You know, Lancaster does what they do. They're going to come out. They're going to play the full game. They're going to play it hard, physical, good execution.
Coach Carpenter having a conversation with Sherrick, and you could see Sherrick explain it to him.
Well, film won't lie.
No, he can watch that one back and see that was not. Here it is again.
Or you can go to BW3s and watch it live right after the game. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is nothing there.
No. I mean, it's one thing if you lower your shoulder and really hammer the guy, but he didn't.
There was no intent of anything there, Jared. And I you know me, I don't like to hammer on officials, but got to be a little careful sometimes.
And I wonder if that's the reason why they huddled up for so long talking about it.
25-yard line.
Because the officials took a long time to make that call.
Right.
So you got to wonder if that was maybe one, that they were considering waving off.
Yeah, so the penalty comes here on the kickoff. But as I always say, if that's what they called, I've not seen them change it once you go to the next play, so you better get ready to play.
So the Gales will kick it off from their 25. Pelini to do the kicking. Successful first drive of the second half for Lancaster. Pelini's kick will be taken at about the 39-yard line by Orion Whitner. And a good job by, once again, Will Custer.
On the return.
Will Custer.
Roughing.
Tackled by Custer.
He's made 2 good plays on the kick return team, or kick coverage team.
Well, their coverage has been real good because they've pooched it a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Into the dead spots of the Newark receiving group. And they did call a roughing, a little extra, as we used to call it in our day, piling on.
Yeah.
Against Lancaster.
That was back when you could spear, right? Spearing.
Yeah.
First and 10, Newark. After the penalty, it takes them all the way up near midfield at their own 49. Sherman out of the pistol. Short pass out, and a nice job defensively by Keaton Jacobs.
Number 1, Wheeler.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we saw Sam Fink jump the route.
2nd and 10.
Got to start coming up and making them throw it longer.
Yeah.
If they have to throw it longer, you got to remember the quarterback has got to stay in the pocket longer, which gives you more chance of putting pressure on him.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Sherman again to pass, and again he has pressure. Hits his man at the 49. And again, a good job by the Lancaster defense. This time, it's number 4, Eli Rathburn.
Well played. Pressure on the quarterback. Make him get rid of it before he wants to, and jumping the routes on the perimeter. Good adjustment made by the defensive staff here at Lancaster.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9 at midfield for the Wildcats.
See how tight they're coming
Yeah.
up here on the perimeter now? I like it.
Sherman to pass, going to loft this one up, and it's caught! Great catch by Trey Dansby, and he will go into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sherman's pass.
That was one-on-one coverage, and Dansby tipped it and hauled it in and took it in.
It's just one of those things that happens, Jared. You're on an island out there, you got to make a play. Give the Newark offensive players credit.
If you're going to throw it up, 6'5" is
Yep.
the one you want to throw it to.
I agree.
Trey Dansby, 6'5", 220. And he went up and got that one and basically tipped it to himself and took it in for the touchdown. Here it is again.
I wouldn't play any different because you're allowed to come up in high school and jam him. You can slow his path.
It really wasn't bad defense.
No,
I mean, he
not
threw
at
it to
all.
the outside. Really a nice job by Dansby to get turned around to get that one.
Yeah, but I don't think you can play defensive passively.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. You want to go half the? You want to go half the distance? You want half the distance? You can only go half the distance here. Up.
Wrong side.
Half the distance, Jeff. Yes, half the distance.
All right, we're getting some Comedy Central going along with our football coverage.
All right, so the Newark Wildcats, after the penalty, it moves it up for the extra point. They're going to go for 2, it looks like. Inside the 3-yard line, it'll be spotted at the 2. Sherman under center, hands it to the first man through, and he got it. 2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion
Makes it
good by
27-8, but 9:37 to play in the third quarter.
Newark 8.
Okay, so we saw Newark make a big play and score. I like it. Now, see how the Gales, can they get their mind back on what they're doing? Do it right, execute, get physical, and drive the football.
They've had some nice offensive drives tonight. See what they can do this time.
Now, I just like it when teams have to play against challenges. You really find out about your team.
Yeah. Once again, the Gales coming up next Friday night. We'll travel up the road a ways, a little bit, to Reynoldsburg to take on the Raiders for the second time this season. If you remember back 2 weeks ago, they won here on their home field 41-40 in a slugfest in a game really that Reynoldsburg had a golden opportunity to win at the end and squandered it, but the Gales held on for their one and only win of the season up to that point, and they'll get a chance to play them again in the first round of the playoffs next Friday night at Reynoldsburg. Always a tough place to play.
Well, and we saw Gillum.
Oh yeah.
If I had one thing to wish and ask for if I were a Golden Gale fan is don't kick the ball to Gillum.
Exactly.
Because he can go all the way within.
He's a playmaker.
Oh yeah, he sure is. Quickest thing we've seen on turf this year.
Garrett Kashner to kick it away for the Wildcats. Back deep for the Gales is George Sherrick and also Nasir Robinson. Wow, that's a boomer all the way down inside the 5. Robinson takes it. Nasir Robinson with a nice return here. All the way up across the 35, still on his feet. Robinson across midfield. And a great job by Nasir Robinson to get out to about the 44-yard line.
And
a flag.
It seems to be the norm right at this moment here in this quarter.
That block in the back against Lancaster.
So that nice return's coming back. Tell you what, Nasir Robinson's made some plays for them too the last couple times we've seen him. He's had some nice runs tonight, nice returns.
On the return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And if you remember back to the Reynoldsburg game, as you watch this replay, he made a nice post route over the middle and a beautiful catch and run for a touchdown in that game. See if we can find this block in the back. There went the flag, so I didn't see it, but it was pretty far back. It's going to back the Gales all the way up, all the way back to their 25-yard line, 24-yard line.
10 from the 24-yard line.
Right here, Jared.
Okay,
right
over
there.
on, Number 5 was the one that got blocked, Garrett Ramsey. I didn't see who did the blocking. And a nice run here for George Sherrick, first down.
You just got to know.
Yeah.
Honestly. you're in game 6.
Tackled by number 59.
At some point, the teaching has to take hold.
Yeah.
I used to tell players if after a certain amount of games, it comes down to one of two things. Either you're not a real good learner or I'm a bad teacher. So we're going to sort out which one it is.
Yeah. Kirkpatrick across the 40 to about the 41.
And if I'm a bad teacher, I'm going to do a better job of making sure you understand. And if you're not learning at the pace that we feel you should be learning, then we're going to find somebody else that will do that spot.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Yep.
Because you give them an opportunity to correct an error. But like I said, players will make effort. I mean, gosh, you can't fault that.
Right. Kirkpatrick this time stopped.
Kirkpatrick on the carry.
Good job by Reynoldsburg. I checked that Newark. Trey Dansby led the charge.
Yeah. Newark's got a little life now since they put some points on it. Anytime you can erase that goose egg, makes you feel a little better.
Kmar Davis also helped with that stop. Good to see him back in there. 8:06 to play in the third quarter. Clock rolling. Gales face 3rd down and 5. Johnson again gives to Kirkpatrick.
Kirkpatrick on the
carry. Going to be shy of the first down by about a yard. Bring up a 4th down and 1 at the 46-yard line. They're 0-46.
Coach Carpenter's pondering what to do here. I think he's going to leave the offense out there. I saw him turn around and pace. And just giving it that thought.
Everybody's bunched in tight. Sherrick and Kirkpatrick right behind Titan Johnson, and a whistle and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Franks and the Newark Wildcats.
Timeout. Newark, they're first of the second half.
Timeouts tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
The Golden Gale Team GPA Award. The team at the end of each sports season with the highest ever GPA will win a team dinner at Raising Cane's.
And let's give a big shout out thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor, let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Let's see if we can get a score update on some other games around the area tonight. Maybe. We can get a load here. Here we go. In the third quarter, we got a tight one. Fairfield Christian and Bishop Rosecrans tied up 8-8. In the third quarter, Bloom Carroll leads Logan Elm 35-7. Liberty Union leads Buckeye Valley 28-3 in the third. Get a couple more scores here after this 4th down play for the Gales. Kirkpatrick has a first down and more. Going to take it down inside the 40-yard line of Newark.
Kirkpatrick on the carry for another Lancaster Matt Taylor Kia.
I just laugh. I see those scrums on the field. It just does my heart good to see people fighting for a whole yard of artificial turf.
In the battle for the Mid-State League Cardinal, Bern Union and Worthington Christian still knotted at 14. At least that's the score that I'm seeing here. Try to get an update. And then third quarter, Warren leads Fairfield Union 45-7. 1st and 10 Gales at the Newark 39-yard line. Pitch out coming to Sherrick, and Sherrick just tripped up.
Sherrick on the carry.
But he still gets out to the 35.
Tackled by number 3,
yeah,
Rogers.
If you're going to fall down, fall forward. Up flag.
2nd and 6.
Nope, beanbag.
I know, I always see that and think it's a flag.
They got orange one. Why, got any other suggestions? Seriously, I never even thought about that, really. Get a tie-dye, beanbag.
Johnson hands off to Robinson. Robinson
Nasir Robinson
nice
on the
moves
carry.
up across the 30.
Tripped up by number 79. That'll be another Lancaster Matt Taylor Kia first down.
Nasir Robinson, just a junior, 5'11", 165. Guarantee you he's working himself into a prime role next year.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely a playmaker.
First and 10 Gales at the Newark 27.
But this is an area of concern. I know Coach Frank said he said, definitely one of the things we have to do is get stronger, and you're seeing it here, Jared.
Nice job by Sherrick on the run here down inside the 10, but as soon as he took the pitch, he kind of stuttered a little bit, stutter step, found the hole, let his blockers do their job, and then burst through there.
But that from point of blocking there to the end showed an advantage to Lancaster in their physical strength and their determination physically.
Yeah.
And you know what? You don't get that by not putting time in the weight room. You got to do your off-season training, all those things if you're going to make those gains. Obviously, you need higher skill level, but you got to get stronger if you're going to compete. It's one of the better divisions of high school football.
Yeah, it is. First and goal at the 9. Clock down inside of 5 minutes to play in the third. There's Kirkpatrick. This time he has wrapped up 64, leading the charge there. That's Andrew Lefevre.
Andrew's been very active.
Number 64.
Yeah.
I think they've given some things up, but Andrew's effort has been, in my eyes, consistent tonight for Newark.
Yep.
You can see there he's playing with a purpose.
Second and goal. The ball spotted at the 11. Kirkpatrick and Sherrick behind Titan Johnson. It'll be Sherrick again following his blocker. That's Tanner Taylor.
Sherrick on the carry.
And he gets up across the 10 to about the 7.
57.
That's good hard football right there. Blocking, tackling, fighting for a yard. Yeah, that's good. That's young people playing the game.
Third down and goal from the 8. Robinson back in the ball game. Christian Riley resets to the left.
Yep, strong left formation.
Wow, what a hole there.
Yeah.
Kirkpatrick takes it in for the touchdown. Over the left side. Man, that was a great job.
Yeah, they just totally mashed the end over there, Jared. And Kirkpatrick's had a really, really good night. Here you can see it. No chance.
Yep.
No chance.
Taylor blocked to the outside. Sherrick blocked to the inside and created the hole for Taylor Kirkpatrick to run through. Gales will go for 2. It's Kirkpatrick again, and this time he's tripped up and no good.
Kirkpatrick comes up short on the 2-point conversion. Lancaster 33. Newark 8.
Shu, we know, of course, all about Coach Rob Carpenter, 23 seasons here at Lancaster. But how about Coach Bill Franks? He's got quite the coaching pedigree, the coaching past. He's been all around, but not just as a coach, but a player as well.
Yeah, we talked about him going back to Newark High after graduating from Dayton and working with Haas Star there and being head coach. But he left there and he coached 16 seasons at Newark Catholic. They had 4 state appearances. They won a championship in 07. They were the runner-up in 12.
The kick for Lancaster, number 77, Isaac Pelini.
What's interesting is Coach Franks played on 3 state championship teams at Newark Catholic.
Wow.
How about that?
Played on 3, huh?
Yeah.
And then he coached 1.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's pretty exciting. And, we talked about him spending a year down in Southeast Ohio at Dulex, and he brought a lot of positive energy and things there. And when you get to talk to Coach Franks, Jared, you're always going to feel good when you're done talking to him, because he's looking at the high end of things.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people you want around our young people.
Absolutely.
I think Rob does the exact same thing here at Lancaster. when he addresses or talks about young people, he's taking the high road.
Yep. Garrett Ramsey on the return. Gets out near the 30-yard line.
Ramsey on the return.
Shoo, they're back and forth down in Sugar Grove. Bern Union took a 21-14 lead. However, Worthington Christian has come back and tied it up. It's 21-21 with 11:49 to go in the ball game.
I thought that would be a very good game, having had the opportunity to see both those teams.
1st and 10, Newark.
I really like Bern's defense, and the quarterback, I thought, for a sophomore, played extremely well. Worthington Christian has a tremendous receiver. Good quarterback and a tremendous, about 6'4", athletic receiver. So I thought it would be an interesting matchup tonight.
Sherman gives to Ramsey. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 34, 33-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by George Sheck.
And a good job there pulling up. No silly penalties at this time. It's not necessary.
Right.
You know, play hard, play physical, but do it in a clean way.
And Sherrick is the one that had the one caught on him earlier. So he's definitely pulling up and not making that hit.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I would poo-poo that in the film room. I'd say, don't worry about it. Didn't do anything wrong, and move on.
Trey Dansby splits out wide to the near side. Sherman looking to pass, fires Dansby's way, and Briston Poe with nice defense read it perfectly.
Well, what's interesting, they had trips to the right, left him isolated over here.
Third
down.
But Lancaster, again, jumped the route.
Yeah, and Sherman, I think he just held a little too long there. Didn't get it out quick enough to Dansby. But I wonder, you know, if they could possibly change that up, and because he was biting hard, Poe was biting hard. If he could have just taken off there, a little pump fake, and then go, and man, I hit him for a long one. I'm no football coach, though, for sure.
Well, I think what you got to do is you got to have your safety cheat over here if they're going to throw the ball. Oh, wow.
Sherman pulls that out late and pitches it back.
Yep.
What a move! And a first down carry for Mason Wheeler.
Wheeler on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by number 88 in Rings. 4th and 1.
He did not get the first down. I thought for sure he
spot
had
him
it.
short?
Yeah, spotted him a yard short. So 4th down and 1.
That was an outstanding fake.
Yeah, watch this right here.
A little Brett Favre-ish there.
He literally had to pull it out.
Not that they ran the triple option, but Favre's one of the best ball fakers I ever saw at any level of football.
He must have stepped out of bounds because he definitely got past the sticks. Newark will punt it away. Booming punt.
Yeah. Real good kick.
Bounces at the 21. And it will be downed at about the 18 or 19-yard line. That's where Gales will go back on offense.
We won't be able to tell from this angle.
10 from the 19-yard line.
There is a side
yep,
judge.
right there. Yep.
There's a side judge right there.
Yep. So the Gales lead at 33-8, 2:55 to play in the third quarter.
Now this quarter has not had the pace that
It
we
has
had in the
not.
first half. Not that I watched the minutes, but it just hasn't had the rhythm. Well, and part of that, you know, when players are committing penalties, it's not going to be in the same rhythm.
And when there's lots of scoring too.
True.
We've had some touchdowns, which takes time between, kickoffs. And so 1st and 10 here, Gales. Kirkpatrick again behind Titan Johnson. This time going to give it to 24, Braden Angle.
24, Braden Angle on the carry.
Gets out to about the 24.
You know, we used to say grass monster, but it's all artificial turf
That's
now.
true, yeah.
I don't know what got him there.
2nd and 5.
Can see here, good run.
Oh, just tripped. The 0 got him.
I think
20.
0 jumped up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is that, the line, maybe the line is a little
Real
higher
slick,
than the green turf.
Oh, my.
Wow, Kirkpatrick. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down at the 22-yard line.
Brought down by number 3, Rogers. The Matt Taylor Kia Lancaster.
I'm chuckling at how he took it on at the end there. He just made sure he wasn't going to fumble or make a mistake. But watch here, Jared, their point of attack has been so good.
It has.
And he is from A to B.
Great
gotta
run.
Love it. Yep, gotta love it.
Good job by the offensive line.
Oh. Strong right.
Gales.
Formation right.
Here's Angle again. Short gain up near the 20.
Yeah, but that's good. You're getting another player in there that's getting some experience.
With that last run by Kirkpatrick, he goes over 100 yards in the ball game. 17 carries, 136 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And it's nice to see him getting Braden Angle in there. He's a senior.
Right.
You know what? He's getting an opportunity to carry the ball tonight.
Sherrick is nearing that century mark. He's at 14 carries for 91 yards. So 2 running backs close to 100. Or one over 100 and one close as the Newark player is trotting off.
And let's give a big shout out to Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers in our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need. We take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Second down and 9 for the Gales. Johnson again gives it to Braden Angle. Angle trying to get to the outside, and he's wrestled out of bounds, but he's close to a first down.
Flag on the play.
And there is a flag. And Angle is shaken up on the play.
Timeout for an injury.
Yeah, so Angle stayed down after that play over on the sideline. I think it might have been a horse collar, and that's the whole reason that penalty exists. It's high injury.
We have block below the waist on the defense, number 79. It's going to be half the distance of the goal.
It looks a little
play
awkward.
is first down.
We'll see here. Not totally.
Bern Union has gone back up on top as Chris Prince has scored for the 3rd time tonight. The Bern Union Rockets up 28-21 with 10:27 to go in the ball game.
Well, I don't know if you have a copy of their bracket here, but I told you I think they can do some damage in D7. The thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to work your way past the Trimble Tomcats.
Yeah, that's always a tough one.
You know, if they will beat Rosecrans, I will go ahead and be a prediction there in the first round next week. Then they get Beaver Eastern, which I know very little about, but they're seeded 8th in the region. But then you're going to have to play Trimble. And Trimble comes in with an outstanding reputation and history of having good teams.
Here's Kirkpatrick.
Kirkpatrick on the carry.
Stopped right about the 6-yard line.
Tackled by number 64, Lefevre.
Second down and goal from the 6 coming up as the clock rolls down inside of a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Johnson, Kirkpatrick behind him. He gives to Nasir Robinson. Robinson, a great cutback and gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Nasir Robinson. Tell you, he's going to be electric next year, I think. He's got some speed. He's made some nice plays tonight and all season long for the Gales. So Isaac Pelini on to kick the extra point as you watch the replay here of Nasir Robinson.
Again, did you notice how tight the handoff is?
I'm telling you, the timing has to be perfect. Kick is up, and it is good.
Pelini's kick is good.
So with 30 seconds to play in the third quarter, the Gales go up 40-8 over the Newark Wildcats.
You know, when I had a chance to talk to Coach Franks, you know, we haven't talked about Newark in the playoffs here, but they did what they call the opt-out.
Yeah.
And for some people who don't understand, that means they're not going to play in the playoffs because in region they would have been in, there are 16 teams. You would have been seated probably at the bottom.
Right.
And your first game is going to be against the defending state champions.
Yeah.
Now, it's not that you're afraid to lose.
Right.
You're afraid to play. But what good does that do either one of you to play that game?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It does nobody anything. And he said, I'm trying to build a championship program.
Yeah.
And so what they're going to do is, instead of that, Delaware Hayes also opted out. And they're going to play Delaware Hayes, I believe, next week in place of that.
Yeah.
And they both will learn and gain from it. Plus, your kids will have an opportunity to compete on the same level.
Right.
Of all the sports, if you look at a high school and all the things they offer, the one sport that can be unfairly, terribly unequal is football.
Yeah, you're right.
Due to numbers of players, development of players over a period of years, and developing a program. So I give Coach Franks a lot of credit for standing up and saying, no, that's not what we want to do. We're not going to do Coach Sharrett's team any good at Pickerington either.
Right.
You know, so we're going to line up and play a football game that, hey, we got an opportunity, may not win it, but we're going to have an opportunity to learn and do some more things that we've done this year.
And they will get their 10 games in, as they already have their 4 remaining games scheduled.
Well, not everybody's going to accept those.
True. If they're still playing, if they're playing in the playoffs. Here's a nice return here.
Ramsey return
by Garrett Ramsey. On the schedule,
About
tentatively,
you've
got Hayes next week, Franklin Heights on the 16th, Zanesville on the 23rd, and Mount Vernon on the 30th.
Right.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
You know, those teams will have to agree. Who knows how that's all going to go. I mean, there's very few things I would ever predict in 2020.
Got holding on the return team. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. First down from the 20-yard line. We will have an untimed down.
Okay, we still have one more down here in the third quarter.
So an untimed down here in the third quarter. Earlier I was saying that Kirkpatrick had 136 yards. That was not updated until after it then got updated after he made that long run. He's at 192 yards. 192, and George Sherrick's at 91. So Taylor Kirkpatrick, 9 carries, 192 yards, a 10.1 average, and 3 touchdowns.
And not taking anything away from Kirkpatrick, but he has had great holes to get his body through.
And the thing about it is, Kirkpatrick has not had a ton of opportunities all season, as Parker Hill has gotten a lot of carries. But here's a nice play on the untimed down.
Ramsey.
That's really nice play,
Tackled by number 15, David Roby.
So now we'll have the end of the third quarter as the Gales lead 40-8, and with the Gales up by 30, that means we'll have a running clock for the fourth quarter. So Newark will have the football, trailing 40-8 as we begin the fourth quarter. Have not heard, Shu. We just mentioned the tentative remaining games for Newark. I have not seen or heard, Lancaster's plan. Obviously, they're hoping to make a little run here in the playoffs, but I've not heard if they've have some tentative games scheduled in case, you never know what happens in the playoffs. But
well, that'll determine on also winter sports. If you have a lot of seniors who may be going into wrestling or basketball or whatever, that would help maybe determine. Who knows, Jared?
Yeah.
And maybe your sports department is going to have a philosophy on how much you do, because there's a lot of work that goes into these COVID games.
Right. Sherman looking to pass over on the far sideline. What a catch. Wow. Garrett Ramsey goes up and one-hands that one.
Sherman's pass complete.
Right, double
brings in for a first down.
1st and 10, Newark.
Nice job by Garrett Ramsey. That ball was floated out there. I thought that was sailing way out of bounds. But
Sherman threw it where watch him double clutch, and then he's going to throw it to only one place where they can catch it. Only he's going to catch this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Like grabbing a rebound off the backboard.
Sherman again to pass, and this time it's behind his intended receiver, Garrett Ramsey. Second and 10 coming up.
You get a moment. Let's talk about that Division I, Region 3 playoff. It's going to be a dogfight. Oops.
Yeah, that's poor
Wheeler on the carry.
I don't see a flag.
Brought down by number 80, Aiden Rings.
And Wheeler
3rd and
is
7.
slow to get up. No, that was a Gales player slow to get up. Watch here at the end. It wasn't a horse collar. Just grabbed him by the lower back of the jersey.
Yep. Good call.
3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. The Gales' 45-yard line. Coach Carpenter taking a chance to get some younger players into the ball game, or not necessarily younger, but maybe guys that don't get as much playing time.
Yeah, that was Austin Tiller, I think, making his way in.
Sherman's pass is complete, and he will be shy of the first down. A good job by 25, Seth Craiglow, to make the stop.
Real good tackle.
4th and 3.
4th and 3 upcoming for Newark.
Well, Jared, you look at this Division I, Region 3, 16 teams. It's a gauntlet.
I'd say.
There's probably a couple teams that are what we would say a little undermanned. But for the most part, I know Pickerton's a returning state champ, but it will not be an easy task.
No, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
No.
Sherman looking to pass, has time. Lofts one down there, and it's picked off at the 16-yard line. Then a late flag comes in. Trying to see the number. Who intercepted that pass?
I thought
15.
Intercepted
That's David Roby.
15, David Roby.
And then late, he got tackled after he was already on the ground.
He was already on the ground,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the receiver was doing there.
Had his shoe taken off.
We have an interception. After the interception, we have a dead ball, personal foul on White. First down.
Okay, boys, let's keep it clean on the field.
Wow. Watch this. Interception by Craiglow.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, by
personal foul
David Roby. Did a nice job going up high for it.
Yeah, but watch here.
He gets his shoe taken off.
Why? I don't understand why he jumped back
But then
on
right
top
here,
of
watch
it.
this. Yeah, what's the point of that?
Yeah, but
credit David Roby and his teammates coming in there for not reacting to that either.
No, don't.
They did a nice job of just jogging to their sideline, you know.
Timeout.
Timeout, Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Gales take a timeout with 8:36 to play in the ball game, leading 40-8. Shu, why don't you run down some of those games in that
let's
Division I, Region 3, some of those matchups.
I mean, you're talking on the top half. There's 16 teams, so you got 4 games on each side of the bracket. The top, you got Pickerington Central is going to play Grove City, and unfortunately, Grove City will not have ability to match them. But then you got Gahanna and Darby. Gahanna always has a fine pool of players. Darby is extremely well coached. Madison, Groveport, who we saw, plays Bradley. And then you have at the bottom Rosberg, Lancaster. So Lancaster could win 2 games and face the Tigers again, or they could be out right now. I mean, that's how even that is. And that would be your top half. In the bottom half, Pick North was seeded number 2, and they're playing Hilliard-Davidson, who has struggled with the retirement of Coach White, but they're still Hilliard-Davidson.
Yeah.
There are no gimmies. Westerville North plays a good New Albany team. Westerville Central plays Central Crossing. And then finally down at the bottom, Orange plays Upper Arlington.
And Gundy on the carry.
Even game.
Tackled by number 54.
I think it's quite entertaining when you
Davis.
look at these regional brackets and drawings, and people have buys, and it's as we say, it's 2020. It's a lot different.
Yes, it is.
So
got a new quarterback in the ball game for the Gales, and I don't have a number 2 listed on my roster.
You sure it's 2?
No, it's an 8. Okay, it's an 8. Trace Van Gundy at quarterback.
Sophomore.
Yeah. Here's Nasir Robinson. Robinson, look at those moves.
Robinson on the carry.
Out to the 36.
Tackled by number 19, Dansby. 3rd and 5.
And that's good to get some players in and
Yeah,
get some of your other kids out so they can get rested up real good for next week, because it'll be a battle, as we saw early in the year with Reynoldsburg.
And Gundy comes to the sideline to get the play, as you see the replay here of Nasir Robinson.
Yeah, he made a 9-degree turn without any brakes.
Nice run right up the middle this time. That's 48.
Cody Young on the carry.
40. Cody Young.
Be another Lancaster, Matt Taylor, Kia, first down.
First and 10 for Lancaster. Clock rolls down to 6:37 and counting here in the ball game. Van Gundy again.
Good hard running.
Gives to Cody Young.
Good blocking.
Cody Young on the carry. Tackled by number 28, Sherrard.
With the running clock, we might not get another chance to get to our players of the game, so we'll have to do it right now as the clock rolls. We'll go with the Newark player of the game first, and then the Lancaster player of the game second. How about Newark player of the game, brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today. Get to that right after this play. A nice run by Nasir Robinson.
Tackled
and a
by
late
number
flag
55.
comes in again.
Flags on the play.
Is that on Lancaster or is that on Newark?
Result of the play is a first down. After the play, we have personal foul, 52 on the defense, 15 yards, first down.
So you heard the call. It goes on the Wildcats. And Tim, how about that player of the game for Newark?
Well, when we got an opportunity to watch the Wildcats, I think the most consistent player they've had tonight is Jake Sherman. Senior, 5'10", 175-pound quarterback, Jared. I thought he was excellent when they ran those rollouts and his throws and execution. He had a touchdown pass tonight. So I think Jake Sherman's very deserving of being the player of the game.
Here at the end is where. Oh, wow. Wow.
That's close to an ejection
I'd
right
say.
there.
He's laying on the ground and he comes in and leads with his helmet.
Yeah, I just can't do that.
Timeout, Newark.
So we have a timeout on the field. Let's get to Lancaster's player of the game, brought to you by the Park National Bank. Fairfield National Bank has taken on our family name, Park National Bank. Park National Bank is a family of community banking teams delivering an exceptional breadth and depth of resources to individuals and businesses, providing a hands-on, personalized approach to service and strong local leadership that invests deeply in the places we live and work. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I don't think we'd be amiss.
Don't forget, there's no gathering after the events in the parking lot. So please head straight to your vehicle and have a safe drive.
I give the line at 1A.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Kirkpatrick's running with the football.
Yep.
Hard nose. Look at him there.
Is.
A senior who's ending it here in the so-called regular season at Lancaster, talking with Coach Carpenter. You got to love it.
19 carries, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
It's over 10 yards a carry. And you know what? He earns them. He's impressive.
So congratulations, Taylor Kirkpatrick, our Lancaster Golden Gale player of the game, brought to you by Park National Bank. Again, 19 carries, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns for Taylor Kirkpatrick. Cody Young on the carry again for the Gales and gets down close to the 10-yard line.
Well, what I liked about Cody is we talked about it earlier. Inside those tackles, you get one good cut. He made a great cut there.
Yeah, he did.
Planted that right foot, squared his shoulders, and went straight ahead to the 10. But that's just good. That's just good running back execution.
Clock down to 4 minutes and counting here in the ball game as the Gales lead at 40-8 over Newark. Love to see one of those guys that don't get to play a whole lot get a score here.
Yep.
Whistle and a flag on the Gales.
That's what you talked about earlier. It requires great precision and execution.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 78. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
This group hasn't had as many times to practice it, repetition, so they're maybe not going to be as sharp, but no excuse on Friday night. Get it done, step in and get it done, regardless if that's the case or not.
Reading straight from Twitter here. Huge swing late in the fourth quarter. This is down at Sugar Grove. A bad snap on a BU punt gave Worthington Christian the ball at the Bern Union 18 with 4 minutes left. First play for Worthington Christian. The running back fumbled and Bern Union recovered. Meanwhile, here at Lancaster, Cody Young in for the touchdown for the Gales.
Good.
Absolutely. Cody Young, the 5'9", 150-pound junior running back for the Gales with his first score. Look how excited his teammates are on the sideline as you watch this replay, Shu.
Well, again, point of attack. They're just getting it done right there. Look at that block right there. And look
and
at
downfield,
Young.
too. Look at the blocking downfield.
Yep. And look at how well he tucked that football.
Tell you what, that's a great job.
That is.
Got a lot of reserves in there.
I'm out Lancaster.
You see the administrators of Lancaster High School down in the back of the end zone pumped up for Cody Young. But again, just a great job by all on that play. The offensive line, all those guys pushing until the whistle, blocking until the whistle, and did a nice job for Cody Young.
Yeah, with 3 minutes to go, you want to play well. You want to finish the game out strong. Not trying to run up any score or anything, but you can't ask your players not to execute. Seeing it again, just outstanding. But I like his vision.
Yep. Checking some stats here. Cody Young has been in for just a handful of plays, and he's already got himself a touchdown, and he's up, I believe, over 20 yards. We've got to wait for the stats to update. So the Gales will kick the extra point. It'll be Isaac Polini on to kick it.
You got to make sure this is a strong point of your game next week, because that was a 1-point game last time they played.
High snap, and Van Gundy just going to try to make something happen, but they're going to gobble him up right about the 5-yard line.
I think I gave him the curse right
Jacobs,
there.
not Van Gundy. Yeah.
But they've got to clean that area up.
You're right.
Yeah.
So the Gales lead at 46-8 with 2:57 to play in the ball game.
I mean, there's 3 opportunities on extra points you haven't scored.
Yeah.
So.
Want to invite you to come back tomorrow night. We'll be back here at Fulton Field as the Fisher Catholic Irish will host the Miller Falcons. Should be another nice chilly night here in October at Fulton Field.
Yeah, it kind of came fast to us, didn't it?
It did.
Went from 75 and 80 and high of 60 the next day. Welcome to Ohio.
Uh-huh. So Lancaster to kick it off, leading 46-8. Pelini's kick will be taken at the 17-yard line by Garrett Ramsey. And Ramsey knocked down at the 26.
Ramsey on the return.
And just think, in 3 weeks we got Big Ten football back.
By number 7 this year.
It has not seemed like football season. Has not seemed like football season, honestly.
I know. I saw a comment.
At least college football.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't have the Bobcats playing in Athens. You don't have the Buckeyes
Nothing
playing.
in Ohio.
And, well, I love to watch Big Ten football.
Yeah.
Just because it just is. And there's a lot of diversity in the league and how they play. I enjoy it. Of course, I've grown up here my whole life, so, a little bias also.
The MAC is coming back too, I believe.
Yes, but that might be
a little while,
later. Yeah. But it's good that, they're going to try it, and there'll be outliers, and there'll be some issues. You just got to prepare for them and deal with them. I mean,
Aver on the carry.
Just because you're playing football doesn't mean that you're void of whatever's going on out there. So it'll be good. I'm just glad we've had some to watch and, entertain and follow some scores. And, we have our own little thing we kind of do to keep everybody attuned.
Nice run here. That's Sherman, the quarterback. He's got one man to beat down there, a couple men to beat. He's going to make it. Yes, he's going to make it to the goal line. Touchdown, Newark. Nice run by the quarterback, Jake Sherman, to score the touchdown. Or no, that was not Sherman. That was Trey Robinson III, the backup quarterback, sophomore.
Well,
so get in for a play and make a nice long run for a touchdown.
See, I told you, Coach, I'd have been playing the whole game. That's how that works.
Yeah. Watch him here.
Yeah. Yep, good speed.
Yeah, did a nice job.
Got the ball tucked high like a running back.
Cashier's kick is good. Lancaster 46, Newark 15.
The extra point was good, so it makes it 46-15 with 1:21 to play in the ball game. See if I can get a final on that Bern Union game here. Maybe. I don't know if it's gone final yet or not.
That has an impact, I believe, in the standings.
Mid-State League Cardinal, League Championship. And here it is. Bern Union knocks off Worthington Christian 28-21 to clinch the Mid-State League Cardinal Division Championship.
I thought that was the impact game this weekend.
And they're celebrating in Sugar Grove tonight.
They should. Championships are earned, not given to you.
Yeah. So congratulations to Coach Herbst and his coaching staff and players down there at Bern Union on a fine season so far, and I'm sure they're not going to be satisfied with that. They want to keep on going.
Now, never apologize for winning a championship. Takes a lot of time, effort, hard work and good players and good community to do it. So take it, enjoy it, and as you said, move on then to the next challenge.
Back for Lancaster 15, David Roby. Number 11, Will Custer.
Roby and Custer back deep for the Gales.
Yeah, we hear the assistants, they're trying to get some kids in the game. I think they were wanting you and I to go in, but not for long.
Squib kick could be taken.
Pick it up.
At the 20 by Roby. David Roby to the 40 to midfield. And David Roby with a nice return of his own all the way up to the 38-yard line. And here comes more flags.
That was a late hit.
So David Roby on the nice return for the Gales. His older brother Trevor, who's a senior, was late getting over to the side. He's involved in some late chatter there on the far side.
After the play, we have dead ball, personal foul on Lancaster. 15 yards.
Against Newark.
Hold on. Hold.
I think he just pointed the wrong way.
Where's the personal foul?
You'll see somebody
right
come
here?
flying here. See the guy flying out of bounds?
Oh, right there maybe?
Yeah.
The guy that would fly, he kind of jumped over them.
Oh, okay.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Personal foul against
Lancaster. 15 yards,
They called
first
it on
down.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, I didn't see one.
He just pointed the wrong way.
Okay.
Well, and you'll see the end of the play here. Right? Not that. No, that's not it.
Maybe it's off the screen there. Somebody was running after somebody.
I think the officials have been a little guarded, but they've been consistent.
Sure,
that
absolutely.
way. So if that's how they're going to call it when you're coaching, you have to tell them.
Yep.
Just play.
Gales are going to kneel on it. So they bring out the starters to run the kneel play because they don't. The young guys don't usually work on the victory formation.
Lancaster takes the
So the
lead.
Gales kneel on it. They're going to take a 46-15 victory over the Newark Wildcats tonight here at Fulton Field to pick up their second win of the season.
And it's still your best defense against a drunk driver. Always remember to buckle up, because if you're not wearing your seatbelt, what's holding you back?
Congratulations to Coach Rob Carpenter and his crew as they're going to go into the playoffs on a high note.
And the Ohio Traffic Safety Office.
Actually,
Final score, Lancaster 46.
like what Coach Carpenter said last week after playing up at Pinkerton.
The Gales will take on Reynoldsburg next week in the first round of state
Said really,
playoffs.
we're no match.
Best of luck to the Gales.
Can't say it any clearer than that.
Yeah.
And we've seen them throughout the year, and they've done some nice things.
That is the end of the game.
So, he's got to get to Vegas, doesn't he?
Want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew once again tonight. Always doing a fine job on cameras tonight. Jim Spires and Tom Russo. Graphics and replay, Donnie Ziegfeld. And our producer-director is Bob Campetti. Again, your final score tonight as you see the Gales and hear the Gales. I like that. The Colts are up tonight here at Fulton Field as the Gales pick up second victory of the season, 46-15 over the Newark Wildcats. I want to invite you to come back tomorrow night. We'll be back on the air as the Fisher Catholic Irish will host the Miller Falcons right here at Fulton Field. Tim, it's been fun working with you again tonight.
Always great, Jared. I look forward to the opportunity this week.
For Tim Shoemaker and our entire Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, North Body Shop, Park National Bank, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Sheridan Funeral Home, Buckeye Toyota, and Standing Stone Bank.